Well, it's Macintosh, so we're gonna work on a Classic II. It's like an SE30, but for me and you. It's got a 68030, but the caps make it dirty, so we gotta fix it. What's going on, people? We got Macintosh action happening here. This is a Mac Classic II that we're gonna be working on today. What a cute little computer the Classic II is, and it's kind of a nightmare on the inside, but you can do a lot of stuff with this. It's got a 68030 processor, which, you know, that kind of powerful for one of these little machines. So yeah, it's going to be a fun machine. Like I tell you with all these, you should never power them up before taking them apart. But what are we going to do today? We're going to power it up before taking it apart. So if we take a look at this machine, if we take a look at this machine, you can see we have some variable coloration. We got some yellowing happen. We got this side is very yellow. This side is actually kind of nice. The back is kind of yellow. So it's a nice gradient coloration happening. So we're going to work on this thing today. And while I say hi to folks in the chat, why don't you take a look at the description from the Facebook Marketplace listing where I bought this thing. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people in the chat. Sorry, folks. Running around a little crazy today. So we got Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. We got Eric's Edge. We got Alan Gracia. We got Lazy Blue Goat. We got Gut Bomb. Jack 68K. Everything is Broken Garage. Garth Beagle. I already said Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. Who else am I missing? Joe Williams. How's it going, Joe? Grom Bestji. Sorry if I've totally butchered that name. And Epictronics is here. How's it going, everyone? Is that tune available on KTL, John? No, that's a John original. Okay, who else is here? Did I miss anyone? Say hi again if I missed you. I apologize if I miss you. Lazy Blue Goat ordered cap kits for 8 machines this week. Oh, you're gonna have a lot of fun for Macintosh. That is awesome. So have fun with that. And what else have we got? Yeah, I'm sorry I'm a little late, folks. So this Mac Classic II was on Facebook Marketplace for $100. The description says powers on and boots into Mac OS. Very clean on the inside. Was told the batteries on the circuit board can explode, so I removed it. Minimal corrosion. Minimal corrosion? I don't have the mouse or keyboard, so I can't see if there's anything interesting on the hard drive. So yeah, he asked for $100 for it. I offered him 60 because it was kind of far away. Oh, I tried to hide the location and I forgot. I missed it. Anyway, he said let's do 75 and we'll meet in the middle. So I said okay, because I need another Classic II. I need more compact Macs, you know? I need more of these things. So yeah, we met in Springfield, Massachusetts. So it was sort of a halfway point. So let's see what happens. I haven't powered this thing on yet. I've been waiting for you all to share the excitement or the pain with whatever happens here. So let's see. 3, 2, 1. We got a chime. We got a freaking chime. Shut the lights off. Screen isn't awful. I don't see a ton of burn in. You're going to insulate the wall in your shed with compact Macs. I do have like one wall that's all compact Macs in my workshop. All right, nice. What do we got about this Macintosh? We got 4 megs of RAM. Yeah, System 7.1. So the nice thing about the Classic II is you can go up to 10 megs. Oh, look at this, Eric. We got HyperCard 2.1 player. Macintosh Basics, ClarisWorks. Not a ton of stuff on here, but oh, how big is our hard drive? It's awesome that the hard drive is working. Wow, looks like it's an 80 meg hard drive. That's pretty cool. Probably nothing in there. Oh yeah, we got some documents. All right, let's shut this thing down and tear it apart before I freak out too much, cause I don't know if you could hear that spin down sound. That didn't sound good. So, as with all old Macs, they need to be recapped. This one has two particular issues. So whether we're talking about a Classic or a Classic II, the two issues are the logic board itself and the analog board / power supply, whatever you want to call it. There's a particular little cluster of caps on the analog board that like to make a nasty mess, and the aluminum electrolytics on the logic board like to make a mess. Also, the batteries on these are prone to leaking, so always get these things apart. Oh shoot, who is the person doing the thing on Mastodon? Is it SadMac356 that's doing, if you show pictures of batteries and the computer that they're removed from, he'll donate $1 or $2 to Macintosh Garden. That is an awesome little promotion he's doing. Okay, so the bottom is free. And the top is free. Set that down. All right, let's see what we're doing in here. Okay, got a quantum hard drive. We got some caps. Oh no. Oh no, I see things happened. Things happened in here. I think someone might have recapped this thing at some point in its life. I mean, that's kind of a good thing, but from what I'm seeing, it might not be a good thing. It's definitely not the worst I've ever seen. Yeah, it's not, there's not a ton of soot built up on the CRT, which is nice. Let's show you this in more detail there. Looks relatively clean. No corrosion on the chassis, which is amazing. A little bit of dust there. That's not bad at all. Let's go on to our logic board. And this is where things aren't quite as good. So, someone recapped this at some point. It's not recapped correctly. But they also, I mean, you do what you gotta do when you want to recap a thing. But, I mean, look at the mess that they left. Come on there, focus. Look at the mess that they left on there. So that kind of sucks. It's like, yeah, let's put work into recapping this thing. But then let's just leave all the stuff on the logic board that's gonna cause issues. Yay. Alright, so let's get this crap off of here. The battery's out. There's that. That's true. Got some nice 80 nanosecond. One of the reasons I really like the Classic II is you have two SIM slots. You can do the same thing for, I think, the LC and the LC2 both work the same way. If you have two SIM slots, it's nice system to test RAM with, like if you only find 2 sticks of RAM. Because sometimes when you're looking at a stick of RAM, it's kind of hard to tell whether you have a 1 meg or a 4 meg. And so you put 2 in here, and you can get it to work. Oof. All right. That's enough talking. Let's get out the hot air and let's start ripping these caps off. Oof. Oof. It's not the worst. Oh yeah, and it has metal clips. That's also very nice. I'll show you. This is when I first started my channel and bought 16 compact Macs. This is one of them, and it had this is a classic. The battery had exploded, and I don't know if you can tell, but you can see through the chassis. It ate through it so much. I did a bunch of rust repair on this thing, and you can see how bad this was destroyed. So that you can do a lot of damage on these things with the batteries. So always remove your batteries. All right, let's go to the microscope. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. All right, we're okay. We'll all be okay. I think we will all be okay. I don't know if we're going to be okay. What the heck was going on? I just don't understand. Ooh, sorry. Why go through the work and not clean up after yourself? All right. So we got our very special heat shield action going. Let's get our hot air. We're going to be at 350 degrees. I just got some new tweezers. We're going to break in these tweezers with some awesomeness. Oh yeah, I'm smelling it. I am smelling it. Oh, good God. This is like fish and cat. Look at the way the solder came out of that joint. It just like bubbled up. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's awful. Let's go over here. At least they used some really low melt solder. That's nice. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is awful. So when I'm taking these off, I'm not pulling on them, I'm just letting the weight of the cap itself apply the pressure. Look at the little way that it's bubbling up out of the solder joint. Oh, oh. I'm gonna go all the way over to the other side. It's okay, little SE, or yeah, I wanted to call it an SE30. It's okay, little Classic II. We'll get you all fixed up. We'll get you all happy again. Look at the little balls of solder. They're just like flying away. Like, get us out of here. Why are you doing that, little ball of solder? Oh, that one just smells like burned plastic. Oh, this is ugly. It's ugly, but it's not super corroded, so I'll take it. At least not yet. It doesn't look like it's corroded. We'll see what happens. Oh god, this smells like urine. What the hell is going on here? Look at that. Look at that. Okay, we got one more. This one's sort of in a tough spot. We don't really care about the battery connector because we're going to get rid of that. So I don't mind if I burn the battery holder. Okay. All right, we're clear. We're clear. Look at that. I don't know what these are cheap ass eBay tweezers. It was a whole set of them for like $12 shipped. So I think it was listed as like ESD safe tweezers. I don't know. I just needed new tweezers. My old ones had broken and were pretty mangled, so it was time to get some new tweezers. All right, let's see what kind of damage we can do with some isopropanol to start off with. Let's coat our stuff in isopropanol. Let's see. I think I have a couple of kind of nasty Q-tips to start off with. This thing's pretty gross. Sorry about the lighting. It's very hard to show in nice detail when everything's all soaked. Yep, that one's done. The fact that this is cleaning up reasonably easily, it makes me even more mad. It's like, dude, you could have just cleaned it a little. I appreciate that they recapped it. I really do. But like, do the job all the way. Can't get away from my new tweezers, little chunk of thing. Whew. I think this is gonna clean up all right. There's a couple of spots where it looks like the traces might have gotten mangled a little bit, but it doesn't look like they're totally broken. The color of the stuff coming out of the bottom of our logic board right now is pretty awful. We're just going to coat the whole logic board in isopropanol right now. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. The traces are not awful. Is calling zip tie tweezers too much of a deep cut? Probably. That's a little excessive. I have in the past on my other one, I had to take that chip off and clean out underneath of it. It was bad. What else? I have also, I think on my Classic, I had to take this chip off and clean off underneath of it. I had a bunch of broken traces that had been totally corroded around over here on my other one. Yeah, it's not too awful. I think we'll be okay. There's one spot there that I don't like. Let's see. Let's see if that's corrosion. No, I think that trace is going to be fine. All right, we gotta get all this old solder off here now. Let's, I think I'm gonna toothbrush it real quick first. I don't know, maybe all the crud was, whatchamacallit? No, this doesn't look like flux. This looks like, and it smells like cap juice. I was wondering if it was just flux, but that wasn't flux. Always get under your chips. Best you can. Oh, I forget that guy called them tweezers in that video. That poor guy. It wasn't his fault. It was his boss's. Always blame the bosses. We'll take this in and give it an ultrasonic cleaning this week. this off of here. Hey, Trina. I'll show you the color of all this stuff in a second. Oh yeah, I didn't even look at the bottom. How's the bottom look? I think the bottom's all right. This is pretty gross. Ooh, doggy. All right. So now what are we gonna do? Now we gotta get all this old solder off of here. All right. Oh, that big trace there going right down the middle. Let's take a look at that one real quick. Don't like the looks of it. So we go from here and we go up to there. That thing is still good. That trace is okay. These are crappy tweezers. Let's see if we poke this trace, if it stays okay. Well, actually, yeah, let's wait until we take the excess solder off there. All right, so first thing, I'm gonna lay down some flux. Gonna go stick flux on the other spots too while I'm thinking about it. Okay, I think we're all fluxed up. Now we gotta find some solder braid. It's going on one bit. Eric says, so much faster with hot air. So Eric was doing a stream this morning with, you know, working on decapitating a LC2. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt to do it the other way. He uses snippers to cut his caps off, which, you know, it works. And then desolders the leads from there, which is fine. But yeah, I like to go this route. Just hit them with hot air. Come back, clean everything up with some solder braid. While you have a bunch of solder on your braid, you can go over some of these traces that are kind of corroded. See, like that one, I'm really not happy about that trace right there. I think we might have to revisit that one at some point. It's kind of angry. It gets it done, right? Whatever you do, don't do what these people did. Don't do all the work of replacing caps and not clean up the freaking board. That's just straight up moron level. The other thing, see how when I'm doing this desoldering with the desoldering braid, I'm using the soldering iron to move the braid around. I'm not pulling on the braid. If you pull on the braid, there's a good chance that you're gonna have your braid just sort of pull stuff off of the logic board. There's some grossness over there. Alright, there. Got one more over here. Yeah, Eric's is a good method when you have stuff real close to connectors. Sometimes you can't really get heat shields in places, which, you know, like this big connector, if you didn't get a heat shield on this, you'd melt the heck out of it. Gutbomb asked what temperature I'm using with my soldering iron. I'm at 425 degrees for this. That's a little hotter than I typically like to do. I like to be at like 380 or 400. But my workshop is pretty cold, so it kind of having a couple of extra degrees helps fight that extra cold. Yeah, look at that. What a mess right there. Oh, God. I'm going to go over those solder joints real quick. Just get rid of some of that nastiness. I like using solder braid as sort of a cleaner too. You get a little abrasive action going. Okay, that one's good. Something all the way down there. Oh yeah, I gotta turn on my other soldering iron to get that battery connector out. I don't like using these. I just like switch everything over to CR2032s. All right, we're making some progress here. I know it doesn't look like much, but we're way ahead of where I thought we'd be with this thing. I was expecting this thing to be a total nightmare. Let's go back over here. All right. I want to clean this little spot up. This one trace right here is bugging me. Normally I'm not a trace scraper kind of person, but sometimes it's the best route, especially when you have like one or two traces. And you want to specifically hit a certain area. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yes, don't forget, Trina is streaming at 2:30 today. That's not bad. I think if we go over that with some solder braid again in a second, it should recover nicely. Okay. So now what we got to do is got to go to the back. We got to look at that spot right there and that spot right there. One of these is a ground plane, so it takes a lot of heat. So I have my big soldering iron heated up. Give it some thermal mass. We're going to use the big solder too. Oh yeah, big solder. The big solder flows nice. Okay. Oh, sorry. Where? Let's get rid of the microscope for a second. I'll show you what I'm actually doing here. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're having technical difficulties. 1 second, please. Oh, no, we're gonna do that. Sorry, folks. The jankiness of the BigBadBench is rearing its head. It's really time to invest in some... Oh no, this is bad. Oh, we might have to end the stream early today. Alright. Epictronic says you're supposed to sing when you show that image. Alright, so we're going to use the soldering iron here to pull that a little bit. And then switch to the other side, go that way, and then go that way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, it's back for a little bit, maybe. Okay, so we got our battery connector off. This was the paper towel from that. That was nasty. Okay, so I think we're okay. Yay, that kind of worked. Okay. So there's our board. Oh no, we're having so many technical issues today. All right, what do you think? Should we pop some caps on this thing and see if it turns back on? Let's go back to the microscope since the microscope's sort of working. And I forgot to prepare and have my picture open. So, recapamac.com/. BigBadBench.au. Bruce Rain's website shows how to recap your boards. Oh, this was a weird one. Lots of 10 microfarad 16 volt caps. Okay, whatever. We got those, I think. Did I say hi to 1-bit? What's going on, 1-bit? So we need 10 microfarad, 16 volt. We got them. We got stocks here at the BigBadBench. Oh, the other reason I like to remove the battery connector is just to see what it looks like underneath. This one is not bad. We'll do some more cleanup in a little bit, but yeah, that's good. That is not bad at all. Okay, let's go back to here. I'm gonna hit this. I bought some new small solder so that Epictronics can stop making fun of me about the size of my solder. It's too big. Gonna tin that one side on there. One side, one side, one side. Oh, I forgot to clean up. Oh no, that's that thing. We gotta fix that thing. This little transistor diode or whatever it is. Just wanted to get some new solder on that. That was pretty gross. Okay. All right, 10 microfarad, 16 volts. So in this area, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's get started on recapping this bad machine. So again, with tantalums, because we're going to use tantalums. I like using tantalums for this kind of work. Tantalums, the stripe goes towards positive. I try to make them as straight as possible just because if they're not, then my brain itches. Hello, Eric Rangel. Yeah, if you haven't seen any of the videos coming out from Ron and from Old World Tech Friday yesterday, definitely check them. There was a bad person in our community, and they took a lot of people, took money from a lot of people and machines. I haven't had a chance to watch Dave's video yet. Sorry, Dave. I was watching Eric recap this morning. So I bought another type of cheap flux. This one actually seems to be good. Sometimes when I buy the cheap flux, it bites me. All right, so these three here. one. This is why you need good tweezers for this kind of stuff. If your tweezers are all misaligned and janky, it makes it really hard to place things nicely. Okay. Yeah, plus on that side, plus on that side. This one is plus on that side. Okay. Can we get a recap of the recapping? So, this machine I bought for, there's a Classic II, I bought for $75, and it was listed as working. I hadn't tested it before the stream, but during the stream we started it up and it booted right up. So the description was sort of accurate. We pulled it off, pulled it apart, and let's see if I can get, where these go. This is what we found on the logic board, a mix of, it had been recapped at some point using regular electrolytics. I don't know if the aluminum polymer ones were ones that had been recapped at one point. But yeah, it was nasty. It was real nasty. Which side's plus? Plus is towards the left here. Okay. Nice shiny joints. I like to have nice shiny solder joints. Okay, so in this area we have 2 caps left to do. We need some 47 microfarad 16 volts, which we should always have lots of when we work on compact or old vintage Macs. Ow, my new tweezers are very sharp. One bit says, you would not believe how shamelessly behind I am on recapping to-do list. Yeah. So sometimes, you know, in the past, I have several of these streams now that I call triage streams. So when I get the computers in, I rip all the caps off. So that way I don't have to worry about it, right? And if you get them off, get your board cleaned up, then you can come back another time and take care of it when you're feeling like it. But to leave all this junk on the boards is typically not a great idea if you can avoid it. Hey, Bacchus. Oh, I did that one backwards from the way I like to do it. Normally if there's a hard solder joint, I'll put the solder down on that side first, but we'll be okay. We can make this work. Alright, tip's getting a little nasty. Clean that off, come back. Let's do the rest of this. Alright, this is a spot that I always screw up because I always touch things I shouldn't. It's a very tight spot. Okay, so that's that half of the board. Got all of our tants on. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more over here. I'll turn this the other way. Make it orientated the same way as on Bruce's thing. I'm gonna come back here and hit this up with a little bit more flux. I want to polish up that trace a little bit. Oh yeah, that trace is way happier now. Get all that nastiness off of it. Nice happy traces. No, Eric, these are not flux capacitors. No Mac Classic II is ever going to hit 88 miles an hour. Okay, let's cap up these spots. God, I need better lighting. Why does anyone watch my crap? All right. Trace, 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 or pad, I should say. Pad, 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 pad. Love you too, Trina. All right, what do we got? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more 10 microfarad caps. What the heck? There's 2 that are sort of... Oh, that's upside down. Always put on your caps right side up so you can see your stripe. Okay, that's 3 of them. And now over here, there we go. One, 2, oh, I'm messing it up. Oh, I'm messing it up. There we go. Now it's lined. Okay. Whew. That was stressful for a second. Okay, we're getting real close now. Hey, Justin D. Morgan is here. How's it going, Justin? Got home from the speech competition. Oof, soldering tip is nasty. What kind of speech did you give, Justin? That. We are rapidly approaching doneness. Well, at least for the logic board. Okay. All right, now what do we need? We need a 47 microfarad, 16 volt, which we can do. That one goes there. Oh, you are evaluating a speech. All right, almost done. We're closing in on the end of this one. We got two 1 microfarad 50 volt caps left. Now I just gotta find my 1 microfarad 50 volts. Oh look, I have a drawer for them. Yay. Okay. It's almost like I try to have things ready to go. Okay, that one faces the other way. You go that way. Oops. Nope. Oh geez. Oh geez. This one is fighting me. Get back over there. Okay. That's good. One more to go. I started my evaluation and forgot the speaker's name. Wow. I would do the same exact thing. I am awful with names. All right. We are recapped. Oh, and it's been an hour. Wow. Okay. Let's see if my top cam is gonna work. I think we might need to be done for this stream if my top cam has given up the ghost. Let's see. Oh, yep. No, this is bad. All right, so let's test this thing. It's not going to be a pleasant experience for y'all. I apologize. I thought I had my extension cable. Okay, yeah. So if you want to try testing one of these outside of the case, you can always use a regular old ATX extension cable. Plug that in there like that. Oh geez. Oh geez. Oh, it kind of almost worked there. Okay. Hey, Jamie's Hack Shack. Yeah, I promised that today was going to be a jank-free episode, but apparently my top cam has decided it's done. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I got no chime. I broke it. I broke it. Let's try it again. It is mad, bro. Well, so, what a cliffhanger. Let's end on that cliffhanger. So, sorry folks. So our board, it worked before, and then I worked on it, and now it's not working. What are we gonna do? So I'm gonna take this in and give it an ultrasonic clean. It's still kind of nasty, so I want to clean it up. There's all kinds of little corrosion bits down in little corners and whatnot. Yes, Dave, it was plugged in. It powered up. It just didn't do anything on the screen. Yeah, so next week what we're going to do is go after this analog board. So down, you're not going to be able to see this well without, down, oh god, yeah, no, you can't see crap. Down all the way in there. That's where the bad caps are, and so the analog board's gonna need to be redone too. But with my camera bugging out, let's use that as an excuse to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for stopping by today. This was fun. I hope we're gonna get this little guy all cleaned up. So I'll also use this as an opportunity to try to do some retro brighting this week. It's still a little early in the season to do retro brighting in New England, but we might be able to get it to work. Just because, you know, this case, it needs it. This case, that side's nice. That side's not so nice. So we'll clean that up. And hopefully we'll have a nice, pretty Mac Classic II that we'll be able to work on next week. So we'll continue on next week. I probably have another project, but we'll see how things go this week. I want to thank you all for being here. Have a lovely week, y'all. Make sure to check out Trina's stream at 2:30. And yeah, outro music. Have a nice week, y'all.